guest, Prop Josh. Josh, good morning, brother.
Morning, man.
How
Or
we doing?
afternoon here.
Oh,
I'm
good
good.
afternoon.
I'm good. I'm as beautiful as you made me out to be.
How was your trading week so far? What you been doing?
I haven't been trading much this week. I only grabbed those top step accounts yesterday because it was the only opportunity to get them. But I hadn't really done anything this week.
Oh, it's
I've
been
been
like,
busy, consulting and doing what I do.
yeah, I get it. I get it. Sometimes you're just busy enough. Even like I think that actually happens a lot when you're trading like a lot of accounts. And it's been hard for me as well to trade every single account that I have. Good morning, Matt. You can already have the link, Josh. I'm gonna send it to you on the chat. Let's wait until we're live, 100% live. Yeah,
Pretty funky music there, man.
You don't like it? It's gonna get better. Don't worry.
It's like Zen pop or something.
Come on, Josh. All right. I'm gonna send you the link on the private chat so you can actually share that.
Yeah.
Where is the chat? I think I'm lost for a second here. Okay, yeah, it's in the private chat. Can you see it?
Yeah, got it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let me do a quick announcement on Discord as well. Live streams. Yeah, I need a better picture for that thumbnail.
Don't you do thumbnails in the stream where you like look at the camera and go?
I think I have to. I have to start doing that. I think it's gonna look better though. Like something.
Isn't that what
funny.
the influencers do? Is like
Yeah,
midway through the stream they do the thumbnail pick.
Yeah, they probably do it. Good morning, Gadiel. Good morning, guys. How we doing? Today we have Josh on the stream.
What's up,
It's
everyone?
hard to book him. I had to book him with like 2 weeks in advance to have him on the stream, but it's wonderful once he comes.
I mean, it almost happened last week, but I was sort of tied up.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Let's see, what do we have for today's trading? We have the Nasdaq trading lower. I know a lot of people are already long since Asia, yeah. Some people are actually taking long since Asia. And I took a loss last night. Trading Asia. Trying to short. I was shorting the button. Can you believe that?
Asian market recently, it's single direction. It's just like slow drift.
Yeah.
One way.
You only need to understand where we going, and you're gonna get it. But if you get it wrong.
Yeah.
Jabusi's on the chat. He said, "Hello guys, hard to book him because he doesn't wear shirt in daily life."
Right. I put this shirt on just for you. It's hot outside.
Yeah. Looking at GBP, GBPY, and GBP. Buenos dias, Alfredo. Good morning. Yeah, so now we're doing LATAM streams on Tuesdays, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of Spanish folks, and we trade. So that's something different because you don't really get to see a lot of Spanish streams out there talking about companies, trading, and all this stuff. You might see people trading in Spanish. And I don't know if you have seen this trend, which is a lot on TikTok. I don't really think that you use TikTok at all.
No.
But if you get to TikTok, there is a section where it's only for lives, right? So people go and live stream whatever they're doing. They could do, I don't know, they can do landscaping, they could do shopping. There's some people trading, and there are a lot of live traders there for some reason, which I don't know. But it seems like that's a trend. So we might see you in a couple months live trading on TikTok. What do you think?
No. I'm okay coming on the streams, but live trading on TikTok. Like I am not a professional trader. Let's just make that very clear.
Oh yeah, I've seen that a lot. Actually, why when you're getting your subscription on TradingView, it's gonna ask you if you're a professional trading or a non-professional trading. What does that mean? Could you elaborate on that?
Is it specific for futures or for all
No,
trading?
I think it's just when you're getting the subscription itself. Like you're paying for your monthly subscription on TradingView, it's gonna ask you, are you a professional trader? I think it's because maybe they're asking you if you're tied to any like organization, like to any banks, something like that.
I can't speak for TradingView specifically. It might be because they're worried that you're going to use the service for multiple people, if that makes sense. So if you're like a financial advisor and you're using that to present to 5 different people who alternatively would be 5 subscriptions. So I'd assume that the professionals pay more for it, for that service, right? But like with futures, it's different because you have to declare like your employer, whether you're providing financial advice and all that kind of thing, to be professional, and you pay more for the data. I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a futures guy, but there's also like insider trading laws and making sure that people aren't front running customers from another broker and that kind of thing. So an advanced level of compliance.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But TradingView doesn't do that. So I'm assuming it's just because they are worried that you're going to use their service for commercial use.
Gotcha. All right, we do have more people on the chat. Bossman here for Josh. Bossman is here for Josh only. Good morning, Bossman. Good morning, CJ.
Hey,
good
man.
morning, Gadiel. Thomas, good morning. How we doing? I think, Josh, we're just gonna go towards Asian lows, like the open midnight price. Where's midnight? You already engaged midnight.
I mean, that's a bearish bar. I wouldn't be surprised if we take out yesterday's lows.
Like this one right here, right? Yeah.
All the
Yeah, I
way.
like this. I will love now after this displacement at the open, a pullback into this 5-minute imbalance for the price to keep running lower. This is what I like.
I don't know if you're gonna get that.
You think? We
I
might
don't know, it's
just
pretty heavy.
blast. Yeah, TGIF. Yes, Sirski. Washida, good morning, guys. Good morning, brother. Bom dia, misionero. That's for you, Josh. This is definitely your fan. Bom dia.
It's Olivier, maybe. Bom dia, bro.
Bom dia. Good morning, Moreno. How are we doing? Yeah, we have a huge momentum right here. Where's ES? It's taking its time. Good morning, Dennis.
ES has held up real good, man. Like, because I'm as a long-term thing, I'm heavily invested in S&P, and I am thankful that it's held up. Most of the bearishness is Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of just holding there. It's not really melting.
Well, if you look at the ES, we actually got a new all-time high, and it was on Thursday last week. And NQ is still like caught up in this range, so I think it should follow ES at some point. The SP 500 at some point. We should go higher. Maybe next week. I don't know what we need to start bumping again.
It's all the stuff that's happened this week. It makes you confused. Like with the Treasury buyback, it's like what's going on? I don't know. I don't know if I trust this, and I think the market is also indicating that. Why are they buying back $4 billion worth of long tail bonds? I don't know.
You don't know. All right. I think we might have longs on the gold. Let me see if there is any higher time frame sponsorship right here. Yeah, we have this hourly gap. There's a lot of momentum going. Yeah, look at this move on the gold. I don't even know where we're going to reach with this price action. And if it's just gonna pull back lower, This might look good. Let me see. Because I have this as a target last night. We already trade to it. We have a pullback at 8:45. So this might actually be a good long. We have this manipulation lower. The price get backs above the opening print. Yeah, this is a good try for sure.
You don't like shorts around like 4638 somewhere there.
Or 638. For 638, where is that? Like here? Yeah, if we get back below this low on this session, we're just gonna pull back lower. But for now, let's see if we can run this momentum on the gold. All right, I think I'm gonna roll out this momentum on gold. Looking for a quick 2R right here. If we get back below it and that low, we're just probably gonna pull back on the higher time frame. So this is gonna be my first try today. This long on gold. I don't see anything else. Silver looks pretty mid. Is there any gap on silver? How's this hourly? Nothing much for the silver.
What's your gold target?
It's just a 2R trade. I think we might just reach higher towards this highs right here around 5K. It's starting to look pretty bullish, don't you think? This gold.
Yeah. It's Friday as well, but
Yeah, that's the thing. That will be the only issue with this trade. It's Friday TGIF. I think I like this reaction out of the hourly. We have manipulation lower out of the opening print. We have this highs at 7 a.m. This is a great target. This first high. So I'll just go break even at this high. And let's see if we can keep flushing towards a 2R on this one. Alright, that's for golds. NQ and ES. Alright, NQ, I need a pullback on that 5-minute. I like this setup. I like a lot of this setup, Josh, where we have a displacement at the open, the first 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we do have a pullback, and then we just go there. I like trading trending days. You know, that's what I like to trade.
Yeah.
Trend when we're trending a lot. Grateful for another trading day. Yeah, we just made it to another trading session, guys, and that's a W. That's bullish for my books. We are alive. That we can have a trading session. That it's Friday. We made it through the week. Josh is here with us today. TradingView is really riding to the non-innovation of or improvement of MT5, and the trader can just capture the entire market with just a little shift gear. What do you mean, Gadio? But it's actually right. That's right. We don't have much more innovation on the Forex side in regards to platforms, right? Of course, we do have.
That's a touchy subject with me. I would prefer MetaTrader 5 over any futures platform.
Oh yeah?
Yes. That's
Why
not to
is
say
that?
that it's not to say that MetaTrader 5 is amazing or anything. It's just that the futures ones are so bad. They're so bad. There's so many of them don't even have data that is what could be called real time, right? Yeah, ghost wicks. You don't see every tick. It's delayed. It's laggy. You know, you have to pinch your screen all the time just to make the chart resize. No. I need my charts to function properly.
I agree with you.
I know that that's like a personal preference thing, and I know the futures guys really don't like it when I say it, but there's some very small functional tweaks that futures platforms could do to make their platform 100 times better, and it would take them like 3 days to code it. It wouldn't even be difficult, but for some reason they don't do it.
For some reason, well, we will see. I think platforms like Tradeovate could have a lot of improvements in the UI, if you know what I mean. And I know some people actually get the Tradeovate accounts and they rather just to trade directly from the Ninja Trader side because it's a little bit cleaner where you can put the stops there. I don't know.
For Tradeovate, I use TradingView because it's better and
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
I absolutely hate TradingView.
Why?
and and I know that that's a me thing. I understand that, but because
Yeah.
the data is laggy, it just drives me mad. It drives me absolutely mental. I cannot trade on TradingView. Like I think I've lost accounts just from going nuts about the lack of real time data on TradingView.
But you can get real time data from TradingView. The problem is when you have your account connected into it, you'll use the same data that you have from TradeOvate, right? Which is then different. Well, do we have a couple questions here? Postman says, "What's a new thing EA will be launching? Any clues?" Oh, you wait. That's coming very soon. That is
Yeah, I
coming
got an
very
email
soon.
about it today.
Yeah, that's coming very soon. I think it's next week, if I'm not mistaken. It's regarding crypto platforms. We will see. Hello, Chris. Where did you hear that? They're launching something. Yeah, did you get any emails lately? You have to check your email inbox, bro. News coming in 2 minutes. Angel, what do you think about GBP? We swept London lows, and I'm looking for us to rotate higher. All right, on the pound dollar, I was looking at longs yesterday during the Asia session. We had an SMT here on the lows with the euro dollar, and I was looking for the highs again. I think now this is a rejection. Keeping in mind that this is Friday, and we're actually liquidating the previous monthly highs. I think we might have a bigger pullback. And I still think that we need to pull back towards this daily imbalance right here before taking more longs. It was a nice run the whole week, but I think this could be the high of the week, right? Of the weekly candle itself. We might just close inside of this range. That's what I see for the pound dollar. Not trading, no more trades on Forex. Since yesterday, guys, I don't see anything that I like. Aussie dollar was clean. We are just flying. I think we might just keep moving higher, to the higher part of this range. Where we are in price right now? Yeah, to the higher part of this range, and let's see what happened here. The platform we used in the trading competition was pretty good. Yeah, we might start using that. We might have a trading competition here on the stream, and we might use that platform so everyone can test that out and see how it goes.
Which platform was it?
Oh, it's the EA Trade platform. It's a built-in
great.
platform from EA. Yeah. All right, period slow to gold so far. GBP, JPY. We might just be setting this higher low on a higher time frame, and I think we're just heading towards a new higher high. So keep it in mind for a pullback on the GBP, JPY, because if we have this daily gap next week at market open, this could be a swing position, which I'll be looking. I'm gonna show a little bit the trades that I took today. Yet the trades that I took yesterday during Asia, because I got clapped. I got the direction wrong, right? Where is oil? What do you think about oil, Josh?
I mean, it's so geopolitical that
Yeah, I know.
you just don't know, right? Tomorrow, one tweet could send it to $50 or to $150.
Yeah, that's right. That's something right. So even though you have like a clear market structure, in this case, I've been framing the whole week swing long position out of this pullback area, because this is a pullback on the weekly time frame, right? And I was thinking for a long position towards the $93 per barrel, because we have equal highs here. I think this is liquidity that we can just target and take. I took a long, but I was not able to hold the position properly, so I got out, but with almost like 1% in loss. So I guess there will be another chance to swing this position towards $93 per barrel. But you're right. That's it. That's the only thing with this asset. Like, there's one tweet that's gonna take you out of the position for sure. One tweet can just.
Well, it becomes a coin flip, doesn't it? Because even on that tweet, if you have a stop loss and you're in a real market, you're going to slip, and you're going to slip very hard on a simple tweet or whatever, or a bomb, or whatever comes out. I personally wouldn't be trading oil right now, but
I
some
tried.
people some people
I
like the
tried.
thrill.
For sure, it's hard. It's actually a really hard asset to read in terms of price action because I've tried a couple times and I haven't really had any luck trading it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it's very supply driven. So it again going to like um, the driftiness of like the Asia market for Nasdaq. It's kind of like that. Like you're not picking a top or a bottom. You got to sort of just follow the demand and supply lines because people are buying oil for a reason, right?
I agree. Let me just put the volume of the music a little bit lower. There you go. All right, guys, drop some questions in the chat for Josh and for me. Let's have some fun. Let me go over the trades that I took last night. I've been documenting the whole process on the EA Pro account since last week. So I started last Friday, so it's a full week now. So we can go over it. Let me just change my window real quick. Here are the results so far. I'm up 1.6% in profit. Right, I took a loss last night for 100% on the account. I to short the Nasdaq, and I was trying to short the bottom, and we're just running higher. So now you know what happened. My trade was pretty much around this area at the open. I was targeting the equal highs that I have marked out on red right here. It didn't happen. We actually just had higher lows and higher highs. Right, look at this market structure right here, and we went higher. I don't know why I'm looking at the charts when I'm actually showing the dashboard. Sorry, guys. But this is pretty much the journal from the EA dashboard. Well, you can actually just take your trades, put in there. Here's a trade I took last night. It didn't work out, and I'm gonna close the week on this account because it's been a lot. A lot of trades that I took this week so far, and I've been pretty much journaling every single trade here on the stream. I started the week with $500, and I'm finishing the week with $1,600. So that's 1.1% for the week, which is fine. I'll take it all the time. So far, only 37% win ratio. I know it's not like super flashy as Josh will do it, but we have some progress right here, guys. We have some progress right here. A good thing is like I'm gaining for sure more buffer out of the drawdown limit, which will be 92,000. So I still have more risk to keep trading for the rest of the month. Let's say we can have more progress next week on this EA Pro account. Right here are the trades. Oh, it's in closed position. Here's the trade locker with all the executions. This is the Nasdaq. Yeah, here's the execution on the Nasdaq. I got absolutely clapped, and now we're just heading lower. Seems like what I was targeting yesterday night, we are aiming for it today during this session, during the AM session, right? And it's funny because we have two different type of structures here. Look at Asia, we had longs. New York, we're just dumping. So that's interesting.
It's been like that for a week, maybe.
Yeah.
It's always been New York's opposite to the rest of the market.
Well, sometimes we do have just one straight direction since the open, but that's when we're trending a lot. Now we're capped into this range on the higher time frame. I don't know. All right, let's go back to the charts for a second so I can show you how this is going. No pullback so far. You were right, Josh. I didn't get my pullback. We're just.
I suspect you'll get it towards the end of the session.
Nah, but if we take out all the lows, it's gonna be very, very odd for me to take this short.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be odd. If we take this lows, the session is pretty much done. How much points do we have? How many points? 200 points out of the opening print. Wow.
The question for me is like, what's the reaction at yesterday's low? Is it going to just sprint back up, or is it going to?
That's a good question. That's a good question. If we blast that low, I'll be eager to see if we're gonna have a reversal out of it instead of just keep dumping. But we will see though. I would rather just have a short and targeting previous day low and then finishing the session than doing anything else. But we will see. There's a question from Dennis. How do you guys balance sticking to a trading plan versus adapting to a changing market? What do you mean?
He means like you have a plan and the market's changing, whether it be the ranges or the style of market. How do you stick to your plan and adapt when the market changes? So, for example, if it goes from being a tight market to a volatile market, how do you adapt while sticking to your plan? For example, if you're used to having like a 5 pip Euro USD stop loss, right? And then all of a
Okay.
sudden Euro USD is moving 200 pips a day. Obviously, you can't have a 5 pip stop when the
Yeah.
volatility is that wide, right? So your plan has to adjust. And so he's asking like, how do you do that adjustment and balance it so that you're still sticking to your plan, but you're also catering to the change in the market?
Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Well, I think I have a pretty structured framework for the near session, so it's always the same, and the rest is always gonna be based on. It's gonna be based on your account percentage. So, um, I don't think it changed too much in case of what you're just mentioning, Josh, about the stop size. If stops will be wider, but you just go trade micros and try to keep the same risk, right?
Right.
The other guest is here, which is Colin. Let me just give him a warm welcome to Colin Rice. Where is he though? I don't know how to put him on screen. Yeah, here's here. Good morning, Colin. How we doing, brother?
Hey, morning. How are you guys?
Great,
Good,
bro.
Colin. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Meet Josh, the market maker. I was able to invite him today. Can you believe that?
Of course. We got to get everybody in here now.
Yeah, 100%. How are you doing, bro? How was your morning? How's everything doing?
That was good. You know, had some cereal, have some coffee, and chased a goat back into its pen. That's about it.
Harry Phillips is here. Find ways to stop yourself from taking trades that you're not running the plan. Yeah, 100%. How's your view on gold, Colin? Yeah, are you bearish? Are you still bearish?
I am still bearish on gold, but after last night's run, it was a little freaky. So I actually haven't been trading gold today. And I've been looking at ES pretty heavily. There's a lot of like that little dip of volume if you go to the 1 hour is pretty skeptical, right?
Oh, you can share your screen so we can go over it.
Yeah.
If you have your screen on the, you can do your analysis. Boss man, where's boss man? Boss man just gave a great solid feedback about that question. I do have a long here, but I think we already made the movement during the Asia session overnight. So I'm not sure if we're just exhausted, but I would love to see this as a pullback. We will see.
Oh yeah.
This is a new account, which is, let me show the dashboard because I have something to tell you as well, guys, for the accounts that I've been documenting here on the stream since last week, because I created on back to website. So I had two futures accounts, one for the New Year session, one for Asia session, and the Forex account, right? And now we go over here. If I replace the screen, just give me a second. All right, so I'm gonna finish the week on the EA Pro around 1.1% in profit since last week, because I made $500 on Friday last week, which is fine. This is progress. The EA Zero futures from New York, which is the one that I'm trading right now, is up 1.5%, which is still progress because I made some profit this week on the account. In the Asia session account from futures, I blew that account yesterday trading Asia. I took two trades. I was up And look at the balance. The balance is still up like around 1.5%, almost 1%. I was up 4% on the account. The profit target is 6%. I was needing only 2%. So I split that on two trades, risking 1.5% on each trade, right? I was thinking if I lose one trade, the other trade is going to take me either out of the drawdown or it's just going to make me pass the account. Both trades failed, right? Because I took one gold trade shorting. I was shorting gold yesterday, and I short Nasdaq. Both got blast. I had the 3% loss, and the account is gone. So it happens. Things happen, right? Back to business. I'll probably start a new account for Asia again. So, but now I'm just gonna stick to the EA Pro and the EA futures from New York. But yeah, you can share your screen, Colin.
Brother, that's what happened. Did you tell me about that yesterday?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what happened. This is not the calendar is not accurate because I don't have a 15K loss on August 4th. It actually does not show any.
He deleted it. He deleted it.
It doesn't show any trade, so it's not. This is not accurate. It's not accurate at all.
it's just so weird how that 15K showed up.
Yeah, I know.
18 trades and it says 0. Huh?
And actually, look at days like on Thursday. I think this is Thursday. I made around 5K in profit trading live, and it's showing only 89 and like 80. How much is this? Yeah, $89, which is not accurate as well. I think we need to fix that. We need to fix it so it could be more accurate for the streams. Because I already made more than this. But yeah, we'll go over it. Don't worry. We'll fix it.
Yeah. That's only from gold though, right?
Yeah, that's my update on the accounts on this week, which is the EA Pro, and I had the two futures accounts. All right.
Oh, brother. That makes me sad.
Let's replace
yeah, so that I was telling you about that bond buyback yesterday. And with that bond buyback on ES, essentially, if you guys, I'm sure everybody listens to Ken quite a bit, but I'm also a bond market fan myself, is paying attention to the bonds and how they're interacting with the markets. And they have an inverse relationship, which was a question on the quiz yesterday. You put on the quiz.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do a similar quiz today on Discord as well, asking bunch of macro stuff. Thanks to Ken. Hope you guys are ready.
Yeah, so government bought back their bonds. Ended up causing a supply and demand issue. So less supply, prices go up, yields go down, people move their assets and everything else. And they're like, let's buy crypto, let's buy this, let's buy that. Here, I'm going to show this chart.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just watching my gold trade run. Hopefully I can have a quiz on Ken Live London session 2. Yeah, we do run a London session as well at 3 a.m. in the morning where you have Joel and Ken breaking down the macro.
Yeah, you guys can see this.
With them. Yeah, we can see the screen. It's already on.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to get rid of all this nonsense here. But if you look, this is kind of why paying attention to volume, in my opinion, is really important. Because this is when that whole bond buyback thing happened. It was on Monday, wasn't it? They had this huge run up. It was back here. Yeah, on Tuesday, right? We had this huge run up. On Tuesday, from all this lower yields, everybody's pushing up. Maybe it had something to do with the Canadian tariffs. I don't know. You guys should tell me. What do you guys think? If it's a combination of the both, or it's just overdue, right? But we had that run up here, which was spectacular if you were in it. I got cooked on that one. I really did.
You were shorting?
I was way down here. See, so this candle here, like think I was in on this double bottom, this double top here I was looking at, and I was shorting it, and I got in super late, like right here. Came down, and then it longed here, and then I got wicked out here. So I didn't hold on the entire way, but I got screwed. But back to kind of recently, because I'm on the 1 hour here. If you look at the volume, you have all these very little momentum in here for this movement up. And now we're seeing some pullback, right? And huge volume on the red candle here and in the red. So for me, at least what I'm looking at, you guys do your own thing, but this is kind of like that dead cat bounce, right? We're looking at this dead cat bounce before we push down. You have strong selling volume here, still selling, and that's just pure volume. This is, following what people are doing in the market, like people are selling at this time. You're having more of these red selling volume profiles that are higher than the green ones, even on each set. And you could tell these are like New York session, New York session, New York session. But there's some, and I doubt it's retail, right? I'm sure there's a lot of institutional selling because of that, that bond hike, or, when the bond buyback happened and then the yields started to pop down, it was just almost seemed like market manipulation, man. So I am looking at shorts on ES, but not until we hit like this 710, pretty much this zone again, but up here. So I'm waiting for this ultimate higher high. So I didn't even catch this short this morning. That would have been nice, but I did not catch it. It did not.
Do you think we're gonna reach even higher before actually selling off a little bit more?
Well, with the way the market's been, here, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. But,
oh wow,
yeah,
hold on.
I think with the way the market's been and dealing with so much chop, especially in New York session, how it's just been. I'm sure you've seen it too, Josh.
Yeah, it's chopped me quite hard. Quite hard, yes. Last week especially. This week I haven't really been trading much, but last week New York session was just kicking my ass.
Yeah, chow last week, Josh.
Yeah, I lost a lot of accounts last week.
Yeah, ditto. I lost 2 of my funded accounts and at least a couple of evals during all that time. It's rough.
I have a question for you, because you said like they're moving from the long tail bonds into other assets, right? But wouldn't that make S&P a long opportunity?
Correct. Yeah. So that is essentially what happens, right? They move away from bonds, move to other assets, riskier assets, because they're getting a better return and a better yield on other assets.
Right.
And so this is where the theory comes in, right? This is where everyone's kind of entitled to their own opinion. That's why markets are the way it is. I am initially like long term, because the S&P is like 8 to 12% in growth. Like it grows 8-12% every year, right?
Yeah.
Well, I am always bullish on ES because of that fact. But in the short term, we have these little market moves, right, that make me change my bias to be at least adaptable to the short-term trend markets trader. And so when we have that change with the macroeconomics still showing that we're having high inflation, we're also having other factors like crude oil is still high, gas prices in America never been higher.
It's been higher.
Those factors, I start to pile in those macroeconomics to my trading as well. And the volume and the technicals kind of help me confirm it that in the short term, we still have negative effects on these. So I feel like we're going to come back to market normality, which is in line with the financial, macroeconomics, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just I'm struggling a little bit because when they did the buyback, Nasdaq especially tanked,
Oh, it did.
and it's like
So.
and it's like okay, I understand that all this money is going to leave bonds, but where is it going to go? And some people said Bitcoin, but I mean, yeah, okay, that's not your alternative to 30-year treasuries.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if they've gone into some sort of other futures, like some sort of food futures or something like that.
Yeah, I would. That'd be something I'd have to do more research on too, where it goes. Right. Obviously, we saw on ES and gold that it popped off in those areas and in crypto. But like you said, I also agree that not everybody's putting all that into crypto.
Yeah, I think maybe they've gone into the Dow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look. I didn't
get more of the like Walmarts of the world.
Yeah,
Crypto's pumping though.
Yeah,
crypto's pumping, but it doesn't take that much to pump it. It takes a lot to pump Dow.
You think this is the start of you guys think this is the start of a new bull run, or not even close?
For crypto?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, crypto spiked when the president said that the U.S. is going to buy crypto, right?
Yeah.
Like it didn't spike so much on the treasuries. It spiked when Trump said we're going to buy crypto, or can't remember exactly what he said, but then it spiked and it's kind of continued from that. If he does do what he said he's going to do, then yeah, it'll probably bull run. Just out of pure supply demand. If U.S. government's buying Bitcoin, then up it goes, right?
Yeah. So that news came in for that bond stuff on if I remember correctly, it was Tuesday or Monday at 8:30. Tuesday, yeah, because I was at work when it happened, and I was not. I was playing the dirty in the morning before work. Trying to get that last trade in before you go to work, kind of thing. But it happened around 8:30, I think it was, on Tuesday. Nasdaq made that run too, though. Yeah, I'm looking at the Nasdaq chart right now. It made that when the announcement was made, but yeah, we've been having that pullback because I think, in theory, right, institutions, bigger people are going to follow where the macroeconomics are going. They're not going to follow a little pump.
Yeah.
Man, even Nasdaq has been really stagnant, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The London session has been New York session has been choppy as well.
I mean, the daily ranges are still insane for Nasdaq.
Jeez.
I remember when Nasdaq's daily range was 80 points.
Wow. In 2024, it was 100 points, the daily range. I could remember I started trading futures, and when you had 100-point move during the New Year session, it was madness. It was oh wow, I'm catching a great move. Now we could see 100, but 100 points is nothing out of the Asia session. Even Asia can move easily 150, 200 points that we had. That's what we had yesterday during Asia. 150 and 200 points.
Wow.
I mean, went down 350 now from the high.
Guys, while you're here, please do not forget to like the stream. If you're watching the stream, please, if you support what we're doing, if you're watching us, just don't forget to like the stream. If you're watching from X, if you want to have the full experience, if you want to participate on the giveaway, you need to like the stream. So head over to the YouTube channel link, splash that like button for us. We need 50 likes to run a giveaway. Actually, on the chat, if you tell me the exact date Well, not the exact date because it's gonna be hard. Month and year when Josh plays at his first trade, you're gonna get a free account. Yeah, you can spam it on the chat. The
Even
exact
I don't know
date,
that.
month and year. We need a month and year when Josh started trading. That's all we need. If you get it right, you can spam it on the channel and I'll give you a free account. You have a date in mind now, Josh, when you started trading?
I was still in high school.
You were still in high school? 2022? No, brother. Josh's been trading for like 20 years, so 2022 it's...
Not trading for 20 years. I've been working in the industry for 20 years. I started trading before I worked in the space.
Oh, wow. So that's even more. October 1998, says Bushido. Is that correct?
No. It's
No.
it's very early 2000s, but
Give us a hint. Alright, guys. Do not forget to like the chat. You need to hit that like button. That's all we need. That's all we ask.
it was Australian summer. I grew up in Australia, so that's why I'm saying it.
Bossman said
I can hear
you
a
should start
little,
trading in
accent.
1984, October 23. If you actually, we have two dates. You can either go for calling
Yeah.
starting date for trading, or Josh. So you can spam it on the chat. If you get one right, you'll get a free account. Colin, you have to give us a hint as well.
Okay.
Bossman says 20,001. Is that correct, Josh? You have to say a month, Bossman. Month and year.
Well, I will say I've been trading less than 10 years. How's that? Is that a good hint, but not like giving it away?
Yeah, that's a good hint. Less than 10 years, it's a good hint.
Now, is it started in the market or like actually actively?
Yeah, trading, like started in the market.
Less than 10 years. If you can guess my active, I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's me.
The active one, I know that one to the date.
December 2001. What about that, Josh? Is that close enough or not even close?
It's pretty close. Yeah.
All right, you guys have a hint there.
I can't give you a day, but I will say that school was not out. If I was still in school.
Nice.
So when you mean you were in the space, you tell me a little about yourself. I don't think I've seen you on this. I'm sure you have been on the streams. I just haven't.
I've been on the stream once. For prop, I was in my Forex funds.
Yeah.
Before that, I'm not going to name the brokerages that I worked at because
You're good.
they don't deserve the credit. But my first job was in commercial FX, so I was doing like the old boiler room style. You call up somebody who does FX in physical for buying, chemicals from abroad or whatever like that, and you build spreads on the quote. This was back when spreads were wide anyway, but yeah, it started there and then quickly went into the, I guess it's called CFD space now, but we used to call it over-the-counter FX.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the brokerage space from there. So I've been about, like, from Google, you'll probably be able to find some of the companies I worked at. But I've done institutional sales, CEO, advisement, director. I've had my own introducing broker book. And then I had actually gotten rid of it and I was not working anymore. I'd finished and I was snowboarding in New Hampshire of all places. And then I joined my Forex funds. And then what happened there happened. So
Yeah. So now you're in the. So have you always been like a forex broker essentially, or have you?
Yeah. So when I entered the space, it was very difficult to not have a finance degree and even be like a support person in futures, or it was very different to now, where you can probably get an entry level job just by saying, I can trade on TradingView or whatever. Like you having the interest in the space is kind of more important now. Back then, like my first job when I interviewed, I was the only guy who didn't have like a bachelor's in finance, specializing in futures or options or something like that.
Oh wow.
And initially, I didn't get the job, but the guy who got it didn't show up. So I got a call, and I was like, they were like, okay, you start on Monday. It was like 4 days, so I had to pack up, move from where I was, move to Sydney, and then that's basically where the career started.
Yeah. Did you switch over? When did the transition happen as far as like switching from all that lifestyle of hands-on, in the boiler room to I'm on the computer at home clicking buttons?
Well, that was so I left that corporate sales job after about a year. I didn't like it because it was kind of counterintuitive. You're selling spreads on physical in order to pay yourself essentially, but like the way that you had to do it is kind of slimy, right? It's like someone can go on the internet at the time and I mean, Yahoo was probably more prevalent back then, but you could Google or Yahoo it, what's the rate? And they'll say, oh, but Yahoo is saying this. And you'd have to say, yeah, that's an indicative rate, right? Because at the time, the rates, like you couldn't get an indicative rate anywhere. You couldn't go to a bank and do it. Like it's impossible to get it. So it wasn't a lie specifically, but it also wasn't what the market's at. And you weren't saying, yeah, but you have to pay me. And so being young,
I would assume, right?
Yeah, it's like a service fee basically, but it's not a service fee. You're kind of trying to get as much out of the spread as you can.
Right.
So it just, I grew up country town, innocent me at the time. I just didn't like it. Like I didn't like doing it. I was pretty good at it, but I didn't like it.
Right.
And so I ended up in an MT4 broker after that, which was easier, but like I sort of shot up through the ranks like really quickly. So
nice.
I went from doing the sale to managing the sale, and so I kind of skipped a section of the pain on the way through, and then followed that path higher and higher. And so I didn't have to do as much of the grunt work as other people in the space may have done. And, and I think that's why, like, if you ask the people who have worked for me in the space directly, they probably say positive things because I haven't done what they've done. I just respect it, right? It's like, I haven't done that. You tell me what's best for that, and I'll tell you whether, from a compliance perspective, it's right, whether I have any moral obligation, a moral objection to it. And fortunately, by doing that, I've also got some really good people around me that if I am working somewhere, they'll often ask, can I come work with you guys? And so you have like a loyalty team. And I respect them, they respect me, and I mean that's the way that it kind of should be.
Of course, we're all human beings. That level of respect should be mutual, especially when you're in a sense doing the same thing.
Yeah, and you're there to make each other's life better. Like it's not. Yeah, I'm not a big hierarchy guy, so I don't particularly like that sort of, what do you call it, the pyramid of hierarchy. in the corporate environments.
Yeah, we have
I
a
understand.
service.
Yeah, I understand that I am in a position of power, but it's not like I'm not going to look down at you from above and go, you do this or else. I'm going to say, how can we do it better? Listen to you, try and do it that way. There's always a time and a place where you have to step in and go, no, 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 no. But I prefer just to have fun with work.
Nice, yeah. So you're saying you're the boss?
He's the boss. He's the boss. All right, guys.
He's the boss. He's the boss.
Yes, he is. I'm going break even on the gold trade, guys. I think this is a nice bump, and I don't really want to see this price coming back into my entry at this point. I might just close once we hit that high from 7 a.m. If you have a chance, please send me on the private chat the date that you think that you started trading, so I can go watch every single message that we had on the chat, because we have a spam right there, and I can bless someone that got it right with a free account, right?
Wait, how are you break even? Oh, you're going break even on the gold. I'm like, you're supposed to be up, right?
Yeah. Took me a second too. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, it's moving higher, guys. It's moving higher.
Angel, you look like you're winning. That's what's happening.
Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. I really wanted to take the shorts on the Nasdaq, but it's not giving me my pullback where I want to see the pullback going. So it's hard for me just to jump in and try to rush the price, even though I truly think we're just gonna head towards previous day low, guys. But yeah, we will see.
I
think we're going up.
You think we're going up now?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh, okay. Why?
So since you were, tell us why.
Yeah, please.
You got the You got the institutional side.
I'm watching the 1 hour bar. So if it pins out green, I think we're going back up, because my impression of New York lately is that it really doesn't like when they've moved the market during Asia. So they always are wiping out the Asia move, and they've just finished wiping it out. And the bar on the 1 hour is starting to look very pinny.
Yeah.
Interesting, guys. Take notes. I'm gonna take notes of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, it's the same thing with the ES. It doesn't look like that bearish at all, and we're tapping into this hourly gap on the ES. So if we want to see every single indices like ES and NQ dumping, we need to close below this area right here. If we close below, then we will see ES going towards the previous day low, but it's not happening right now. It's definitely not happening.
Yeah, that 1 hour on NASDAQ. Are you, Josh, are you looking at that 29,241? Pretty much where it just wicked out down. If like failure below that, do you think we'll definitely go down?
Yeah, if it pushes through this 1 hour bar, I think we're very hard down. I think there's a lot of stops underneath there. But I got like I think yesterday I was telling some people in my Discord that I think that NASDAQ was going to bounce off the moving averages on the daily chart. Let me just confirm which one it was.
I don't have daily moving average here, so I cannot actually confirm in that way.
It is the 50 on the daily.
Well, the 50 moving average. Let me add an indicator.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Do you think it's like we gotta bounce? Yeah, it's been bouncing off that, hasn't it?
So if I was to draw a pretend trend line that was indicating a continuance up, this is kind of like the pullback of that. Now, I'm not so sure of the macros at the moment because it's a bit sketchy, but that was kind of where my head was at yesterday. It's like, okay, we're going to bounce off the moving average. I thought that we were going to get the trend continuance this morning because of the move up. but that was the move up was because some Iranian TV channel was saying that the president was talking about ending the war. And it's like, okay, that's very paper. That's not a very very good argument for a long-term trend.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love when that happens. Have you been seeing those social media memes about people on like a ship right outside of the Strait of Hormuz, just like with their charts open, just watching ships if they're actually coming through or not, and then basing their trades off of that?
There's a lot of stuff happening at the moment. And there's a lot of people sensitive to it too. So it's like, okay. Like I've seen some people like reposting with their analysis, like these propaganda X accounts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, they said that they've got all this weaponry and it's time to short. It's like that account has 60 followers, dude. What are you doing?
It's so hard, especially with the back and forth of everything. Do you think midterms have anything to do with this? That there's like at least some correlation to it with the reason we're.
It's hard to tell because the midterms. I mean, the market typically likes continuation of administration, right? They don't want to change in the middle,
right?
And these midterms are becoming a little bit funky. But in the positive sense for the market, I think, like I'm very unconvinced that the House and Senate is really going to change. I know that everyone's like, oh, it always changes, and the war and all that. I'm like, I'm not really that convinced yet. I mean, I could be, but it's also the candidates that are getting primaried in, like. I don't know. I'm not that in touch with U.S. politics, and I prefer to stay away from it. But
yeah.
I'm not convinced that any change is coming.
No, what's the word? What do they always say? Especially with politics, it almost takes a mountain to move anything.
Yeah, that's one thing they say about politics.
Yeah. Oh, there's a but more. This is E8 stream. We don't want to get them in trouble.
Yeah. I just don't think the market is even looking at that at the moment. I just think that with the war going on and the intervention both in Japan and the United States now, and currency rates and oil and inflation and the global trade, I think these things are sort of taking precedent above everything else.
Warsh,
the problem,
not giving forward guidance anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes printing the data and sometimes not printing it, always revising it. Like, it seems like the revisions now are more dangerous than the actual data on NFP and CPI and all that kind of thing. So
yeah,
we will see, but I suspect that the midterms will play a part next month. As things start to be a little more certain on the who's and the what's, and whether Mitch McConnell is alive or dead, that whole.
So, have you noticed any changes in the market since you started from the beginning to now? Do you feel like it's easier?
Oh, it's way different, man.
Or do you think it's harder? Do you think it's the same as far as difficulty? Just
difficulty. So most of my trading days in my history are currency, right? And back when the rate fixing was going on, the major pairs were moving 200 pips a day, right? It was fun. The spread was 5 on Euro USD, so you had a 5 pip spread, but it was fun. Now, with the ranges so tight, but there's no spread, but the market doesn't move, it's less interesting. But if you're able to zoom out, I'm sure that it can be just as profitable. I think the brokerage space is a little bit more legitimate than it used to be. Even though with the wider spreads, as a broker, it was easier to make money just being able, just sending the trades on, because the actual per million return on the trade is at a 5 pip Euro USD spread is more than you get B booking accounts, right? Like when you do the math calculation of the entire book, the wider spread is a better option than B booking back then. But then they ran spreads down, right? So like gold spreads now at some brokers are lower than the market because they're trying to get the lead in, they're trying to get the sale. And then if you're B booking them, you don't really care what the spread is because you're going to get it from the losses anyway.
Interesting. Wow.
So it's changed negatively in that sense, but positively because the systems and everything that's in place makes the user experience probably better, with exceptions, of course. There's there's offshore brokers that are rubbish. There's influencers who peddle to their customers on loss sharing agreements. All this kind of stuff. It exists and it sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure. Any way for somebody to exploit people will do it. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. It's sad.
The unfortunate thing is that people who are doing the wrong thing are the ones telling everybody that trading is easy. And I think that's it. I mean, if you said trading is hard and then without manipulating but benefiting from losses, then I can live with that, right? It's like you're told that it was hard and you failed, bad luck.
Right.
But if you're saying, follow this strategy and make 5 million, the banks don't want you to know about this strategy, and then the guy who's telling you that is taking your losses, then it's a problem. It's very bad.
Yeah. Oh, very much so. Agreed.
So what do you guys think? Trading is hard or is easy?
It gets harder every day.
It depends on my mood.
Yeah, that's the right answer. It depends on my mood. All right, guys, I got stopped out at break even on the gold trade. I really wanted to see that getting back higher, but it seems like we're on a range. And if you look at silver, it's going down. So I think gold needs to catch up that moves with the silver. So I'd rather just to protect myself rather than taking a loss on Friday after doing this good. Angel, is the gold trade on the EA Pro futures or both? Do you ever take same trades on two different accounts? Yes, this trade was only on the futures account for New York. I didn't take any more trades on the EA Pro account since yesterday. I took 2 trades yesterday. I took the same trade on the futures account for Asia and on the EA Pro account, which was the trade that I showed earlier on the stream, which is this one. Hold on. So this is one of the trades that I took on futures. I took it on the EA Pro and I took it on futures as well, risking 1.5% on both, right? So I decided to stop trading the EA Pro account yesterday because it's very into profit, but I wanted to pass the zero account for Asia, which is why I risked it again 1.5% on another trade, and I got stopped out. Yandan says that Josh is handsome here. Mr. Josh is handsome.
Thank you. At least you weren't like the other guy on the other stream saying I need rollers on my head.
Oh my gosh. Are you talking about rollers for stimulating hair growth?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
You guys did this, prop audience. You did this.
That's hilarious.
It's not genetics. It's you guys.
It's you guys. Oh yeah. Well, I would say it was the kids that gave me gray hair, but I really do think that this industry gave me gray hair. Oh,
Gray is the least of it. That
So
trust me.
it's asking you, Josh, what's the chance of NQ open 24/7? I think this is gonna happen, right?
yeah, he was asking about this earlier. I was about to bring that up. 24/7 trading is technically passed, but they haven't officially did it or like finalized it to like customers yet on Ninja Trader. So I don't know. Josh, what do you?
I'd imagine the weekend trading is going to be like crypto on the weekend, right? It's
Like
just
very
gonna be, like,
slow.
soft, yeah, and probably pretty wide.
Go ahead. Sorry. Do you guys
I
use it?
I can't imagine that the institutions are going to run the maker algos at the time, like unsupervised, or are they going to hire quants, like weekend quants?
Ooh. The do you trade with Ninja? Do you trade Ninja Trader like as far as like your platform that you use?
I have. I prefer not to.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, while
think,
you're here, do not forget to like the stream, please. Hit that like button for Josh and Calling. 24/7 is good news for you guys. I don't know. I think it's gonna make the market worse, right? I don't think that's good.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have people lose more money because they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can trade all the time now."
yeah, there'll probably be a lot of inefficiency there, at least initially. Like it might be a good opportunity temporarily, but finance has always been like a weekday, weekends off thing. Like it's going to be hard to get the high level guys to invest in weekend trading, unless we're now at the point with AI where you just give it to Claude to do it. I don't know.
What do you think about those algos? I feel like definitely in the later sessions you can see some like I don't, and this is just a guess, but I feel like you can see some consistencies with it because they have to follow certain data points on the chart, right? And the EMAs would be a consistent data point that they can pull from. So do you think they're mainly trading EMAs with those?
You mean with agents?
Yeah.
I'm yet to see a profitable one, like a really profitable one. I know that a lot of people are selling things that say, "Yeah, I made money with my Claude," but I am still a bit skeptical because of some of the stuff that I've produced with AI, in that the false positives is still too high. Now, if somebody has the money to build a machine that can use these models for self-learning, then perhaps. But the way the market works is if some guy has a good system using that and Claude or whatever is setting those signals, someone else is going to figure out when those signals come and use it as a liquidity opportunity. Like I always say, in the market, there's always a bigger shark.
Right.
And I think AI is more likely to be better for the makers. Like the way that they function, throwing out prices and stuff like that. I think that AI is going to be good for them.
Right.
But for individuals, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd come at a premium too.
Yeah.
Angel, would you ever be willing to try one of those?
A what?
An AI bot to help do your trading for you?
Yeah, 100%. I would love to code myself my own bot that can trade what I do, and then I have just to make money while I'm sleeping, right? That's the whole goal.
That is the
I don't
whole-
know.
You can
but
wake up.
yeah, I'll definitely do it. It's hard because I think at the end of the day you always need a lot some sort of discretion, right? The market is different every single day. Um, so I don't know. Sosky says in the chat that, by the way, Josh started trading in August 2000.
No.
Josh is ICT. ICT is the Josh. Oh my god, that was hilarious though. Just for your information, guys, Josh does not trade ICT concepts, right? He trades market structure with moving average, you know,
Oh,
old
cool.
school, yeah, very old school, and he's
Yeah.
still able to get a lot of payouts. So that actually makes you understand that you can trade whatever in this market. You can trade Ichimoku clouds. You could trade support and resistance. You could trade Bollinger Bands. And at the end of the day, it's up to you to make it work or not, right?
I used to know a guy who traded 4-hour Ichimoku and made a killing.
Tons of money.
He made a lot of money, like regularly.
Oh, wow.
With Ichimoku clouds. But it was trading like Forex?
Yeah, forex on the 4-hour chart. That's what he said
wow.
anyway. Like, obviously, he's not like giving over his strategy.
All the sauce? He was not giving all the sauce?
No, with Ichimoku clouds.
Oh, clouds. Okay, I've never heard of that. I'm still trying to understand ICT when Angel tells me about it.
ICT is actually made complicated by people who learn ICT. like it was because it was a concept that was essentially sold, whether promotion is selling or whether you're selling a course or whatever. It's been made overcomplicated. You added words to make it sound like you know what you're talking about, right? But it is essentially supply and demand and order flow movement, right? Like it's not some magical thing. It's something that has existed forever. But the backstory is just the backstory. Forget about it.
I think we all trade the same thing, just with different names and different ways to see the market on your own filter, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're seeing the same structure, higher lows and higher highs, because that's the way the market moves, with expansions, accumulations, manipulations for sure. But I think it's all the same. We all trade the same way with different things, because sometimes I'm looking to what you could see as an FVG or a fair value gap or whatever, and then you could also see support and resistance. Like, being this the case, look at this. This is the 5-minute chart, right? And we do have a fair value gap here on the 5-minute. But if you extend this to the left, what do you have here? You have support and resistance, because you have his support.
And a double top.
Exactly. It's the same thing with different names, with different ways to see it on your own filter. Right?
And what is a double top? It is a resistance level.
Yeah.
It's a confirmed resistance. It's all just basically we're playing a game where we're trying to increase our odds.
And this is not a double top calling. This is a turtle soup with SMT on the highs, which is failing to displace the highs towards a higher high, and then it's getting back with a chain instead of delivery.
Man,
right?
It is the golden arches pattern.
Yes, the golden arches.
And if it's successful, you get a happy meal.
Yeah, you can afford a happy meal. That's
oh wow! I cannot even remember the last time I had a happy meal.
The best one is the Stegosaurus pattern, when the market's just going bananas and then you draw a dinosaur around it. That's it.
Oh, gosh,
I can't even remember the last time I had a happy meal. Oh my god! Can we have a decent pullback for me to short?
I don't know.
Would you short Nasdaq? No.
Yeah, this market looks trash. Is it because today is OPEX Friday, right? OPEX Friday. I think every single OPEX Friday
OPEX Friday. What the heck? What are you talking about? I have noticed though that every Friday, you can tell me if I'm wrong, Josh. I'd be curious to hear. I've just seen it consistently now on Friday evenings. Towards the end of the day, people start to sell off their assets before the weekend because of how much volatility's been out there. You think that's
I think there's settlements on Friday, but I don't think it has a specific direction. I think it depends on what the week has done. Gotcha. So you could see people buying up, to cover options or something, or you see them selling down to cover.
Gotcha.
The end of the month, I think, is more likely to happen.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at that on back testing that. Ooh.
There's a good question for you in the chat, Josh. Guys, you can actually send questions to Calling as well. We have Josh, but we also have Calling. I know you're pretty much in love with Josh because we have a lot of love here on the chat, but we also have Calling. He had some questions for Calling as well. Guys, please just send me the date when you started trading on the private chat so I can bless someone with a free account. Because they actually just spammed the chat with a lot of dates, which I have no idea. All right? But the question for Josh is, Josh, when you started trading, who was the person more influential on your trading?
On my trading?
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I had some friends. I've lost touch with them now, but they were probably more influential than anything specific. Like I didn't read Mark Douglas or whatever until later, right? Like later on when I was learning trading. But there was one guy in particular, a Lithuanian guy, who what he used to do, and is with moving averages, is he would make a deposit into the brokerages when he thought there was going to be volatility. And then when the moving average broke out, he would follow the volatility with massive trades, like it wouldn't be small. And either he would lose 1 or 2K or he'd make like 40. So I watched him do it multiple times and talked to him a lot. So I'd say he was probably the most influential person with like deciding how I'm going to trade. But there's been quite a few gaps in time where I didn't trade. And each time I come back, I'm like trading slightly differently to before, based on like my tolerance and will for money, I guess. Like it's a money-driven business. But yeah, I'd say that person is probably the most influential on how I trade. Like I still use his moving averages. So
that's nice. What about you, Colin? By the way, before you reply, Saskia, you're the winner. You got Colin, the Colin date when he started trading. It was March 2021. Congratulations, you got a free account. In order to claim your account, you have to send me a direct message on Discord and you'll get it. We also have another winner, which is Postman. He said here, Josh, it started on February 2001. So you actually are a winner as well. You can send me a message on Discord, and you guys are the winners of the giveaway accounts. In this case, we're still going to run a dog race at the end of the stream, which is coming very soon. But you guys are the winners, so dollars in the chat for the winners who got them right. Yeah. No need to spend more data, guys. It's over. Thank you.
There you go, Angel. You don't have to worry about them spamming you. Honestly, my kids were the most influential thing when it comes to trading and just wanting a better life. I've had family members, and like we own a business, our family does. And so we've always been working 2 jobs or working the business, and both my wife and our parents did that. And we've been a part of both those businesses. So for me, I've always seen family members work themselves to death, heart attacks, and all that stuff. So, and being in the fire service now, I've started to see, I have a more value for time than anything. And so this is kind of like the motivation for me to, maybe get some of that time back. So far, I haven't seen much of it, but I have never known time management better than I do now. So, and I thought I knew it very well, but not until doing this, and not until having kids and doing all that. For sure. So,
That's nice, brother. Thank you for sharing that, though.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Oh my God, 2001." So you actually traded during the crash from 2008, right, Josh?
I was employed in trading during the crash, and I remember I had just booked quite possibly the best slippage trade of my life because I quoted on the phone and they accepted the quote, and by the time I booked it, the market had moved like 400 pips. So in my favor.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I was very happy. I left my office at the time and I walked down in center of Sydney past Macquarie Bank, and people were crying outside and they had their little boxes with all their belongings and stuff like that. So I remember it vividly, but I wasn't negatively affected by it, which I know many people who were, but for some reason I was locked out. Like I just lucked out.
Yeah, you lucky ducky.
So back in 2001, do you still have MetaTrader 4? I'm sorry if this is a disrespectful question.
It wasn't MetaTrader 4. At the time, it was some web GUI. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember. I know that it was like web-based. It had a chat in it. Like it was.
Wow.
It reminds me of some of the futures platforms that are out there right now.
It's like trading from Messenger.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it looked a lot like MSN Messenger. What was I gonna say? My brain now is trying to remember the name of it. But we had like, there's a MetaTrader 3 that people kind of forgot. It came and went really quickly.
MetaTrader 3? Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that exists.
It was very brief. It wasn't very good. But at the time, a lot of people had like these really slow web-based platforms. And then, my first real deposit, unfortunately, was in Refco. If you want to Google who Refco is, it's like, from a retail brokerage perspective, it's like the first big one to go down. So I lost my deposit there. And then I also got stung by FXLQ, which was a MetaTrader broker that also went down. So 2 sets of deposits completely stolen.
Yeah, collapse in 2005, massive fraud scandal.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, but Refco's database, I believe, was bought by FXCM. And FXCM sort of grew, because it was the biggest for a very long time. I think they picked up some of their Refco database.
Man Group PLC.
Man Financial, yeah.
Yeah, Man's Group brokerage unit.
They're gone too, right? I think they went bust as well.
Let's see.
All right, guys, we're about to run the dog race. Do you know what to do? The code for today's giveaway is GOATs, because we do have 2 GOATs on the stream today. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate your time as always. Please, guys, do not forget to like the stream. If you're watching from X, if you want to participate on the giveaway, if you want the chance to win an account, if you want to have the full experience, please head over to YouTube, hit the like button. Oh, that's all I'm asking. That's all I need from you guys. Hit the like button. And yeah, if you support what we do, we're here Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 11:30. Tuesdays are for LATAM stream. So if you come here on a Tuesday, you can barely understand what we're saying. It's because the stream is in Spanish. So you don't really need to come here unless you want to either learn Spanish or trade in Spanish or still see me trading. Right?
That's the only reason I show up, is to continue some Spanish.
Yeah, no, and you're like, I could be in the middle of the Spanish stream and some people will come on the chat. People like always are, they're always here on the chat on the English stream, and they're like, bro, I cannot understand. What happened with the English stream? Please, English. And I'm like, bro, come on. You guys know the schedule, right?
Yeah, Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world. Come on.
Today's is very special for me because we have Colin and we have also Josh. And you guys have no idea for how long it took me to book them. I've been asking Colin for 2 weeks, and I've been asking Josh for 2 weeks as well to come to the stream. Sadly, we couldn't have Josh last week because he was busy with life. And Colin is always fighting the fire, so he's not available all the time. Right? But now we have them here, so please ask your questions, send some love, hit the like button. There you go.
Josh, what's your Discord?
All
right, so this is
I gotta say the name.
He can't.
Say it.
I can't say the name. I can't say it on stream. If you go to my X account, Prop Josh D, it's in my profile.
Okay, let me look this up. Is that the one that? So are you just pretty much like, in a sense, working for yourself right now? Yeah.
I consult. Like the thing I've done is I've stepped away from operating. Because it's too much for me now. Like, I just don't want to do it again. But like, I consult as like not just for prop or evaluations, whatever, but brokers and liquidity providers and people who want to enter retail and that kind of stuff. But like, I'm pretty chill. Like, I don't the ambition I used to.
The ambition is just like you've been there. You're just like I don't.
I mean, even before prop, I didn't need to do anything. I was just younger, more eager to build stuff. Like, I still build things, but I do it for fun now.
Yeah.
And like, I can pick and choose which contracts I want to take and what projects and who I want to work with. And, okay, you don't make as much money, but
yeah.
At some point, people will appreciate their piece more.
Would you say, I know we talked about it a little bit, but if somebody was looking into a career like that, you said that most people need a finance degree, but some people don't anymore now.
Right. It depends what you want to do specifically. Sales desks, support desks, you just have to be ambitious. You probably need to be pretty straightforward, a little bit creative, have some knowledge in trading itself and, brokers or whatever route you take, props, brokers, evaluations, whatever. And then find the opportunity. And then when you have an interview, be not overly ambitious, but ambitious and show that you've got initiative and you want to do something, and then take that into the job itself. And then it's not so difficult to sort of move up the ranks too once you're in there as well. But you certainly don't need the degrees until you hit like the space where you're dealing with regulators. So like all of my studies happened during my career because I needed qualifications for regulators.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. And they just became qualifications. Did you end up going back for that degree?
I got a degree.
Oh, nice.
That was one of the qualifications that was required.
Okay.
Unfortunately, like it was like a no-brainer, but you got a credit for work experience, so it sort of narrowed it down a little bit, but it's still 2 years, and
Nice.
I can't say that it actually served me, like the effort it took versus the reward. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, at least I can say I did it, but
Sounds like every degree. That's how my fire science degree is.
yeah.
It has some use, right? But it's like,
I think what I learned more from the studying was more around like business setup, not the functions of the business. It's more like taxation code and what constitutes financial advice and how you need to deliver financial advice and that kind of thing. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I'm bugging you with all these questions. I'm just curious,
I'm happy to answer that. Like those things are fine. Like I appreciate that, to be honest.
Yeah, you being a goat over the 20 years,
The space is changing, but I think it leans more into the ambitious than the overly qualified. And to be very honest, I've hired people who I would consider on paper overly qualified, and most of the time, not always, but most of the time I was disappointed.
Wow. Yeah, it's funny how that works. We've had that in our job field too. I think it's just like anywhere, oh, you look good on paper. Everything looks good, but sometimes quality's crap.
I think it comes from desire. Like somebody who really wants an opportunity is probably more likely to do what it takes than somebody who feels they deserve the opportunity.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, I'm limited to the pool of like Australia, Malaysia, China, Korea, and of course Greece, where I live now. That's like the pool of people that I can say this applies to. I understand the United States, for example, is a very competitive market. So I think if I was hiring in the US, I would find more people who are overly qualified who are equally competitive.
Yeah.
Guys, we need 6 more likes to reach 50 so we can run the dog race. So please, if you're watching the stream, hit the like button. If you're watching from X, if you want to participate, just hit the like button. 6 likes more, and we have our race and our giveaway. We already gave away 2 accounts based on pretty much guess knowledge. But yeah, seems like we have a rally higher from the ES and the NQ. Josh and Colin, we do have this. Seems like look at the hourly. Pretty much what Josh mentioned.
You were gonna go short way down there.
I wanted to go short, but there was no opportunity for me to go short, and I'm glad I didn't actually have any chances because I'll be cooked at this point. And yeah, if you look at this, we might just go higher, but this is not the best piece of price action that you will want to see on a New Year's session, right? I love when we're trending, when we have the opening print and we create a pullback, a beautiful pullback, and when we pull back and then we keep trading in one direction. That's a beautiful trading session, the beautiful New Year's session that I love to trade, right? Josh, say boss. Yeah, I agree.
I would watch the 15-minute bar and the 20 EMA. If it pins down on that, then I would short. If it goes right through it, then we're going through the highs.
Nice. Yeah, I think this 5 minutes is gonna tell me the story so far. Now, so at least for me, my confirmation will be if we close above and we get back above the open and print, we're gonna long. But if we reject this area, we're finally gonna head over the previous day low. But it's Friday, it's 11 a.m. I don't want to risk a single dollar out of my weekly profits, so I'm just trading. I'm just gonna keep it safe. Look at gold, it's moving again towards my targets. I'm out of this trade already, and I take it.
All right, so your candles, I'm trying to mess with it because you were telling me a while back that just putting like non-colored candles, there's no green and red, help with psychology, Angel. What was the theory behind that?
Well, if you don't see red when you're buying, you're gonna feel better, even if you're losing. That's the theory behind it, right? So I just decided to go black and white. That's gonna be easier. Ever since, I only had green wicks. Maybe I don't have every single day green, but I do have green wicks. So I think that's my new Kabbalah. That's how we say it in Spanish. It's a Kabbalah. When you have something, some sort of routine, some sort of action that you do before doing something, before playing soccer, before trading. You guys know what I mean?
Yeah, a routine. It's really like, yeah.
I don't know. It's my lucky color. If I do black and white, I'll win. If I don't, I'll lose. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
EMA 1, ICT 0 so far on this New Year session, guys.
What if you're colorblind? Because green and red is what you would be colorblind to. So all of the candles are gray.
That's actually a fact. I could actually trade. I could trade with the same color on both pairs. Either is bearish or bullish. I could do the same color. I don't mind it.
It would affect. It would only affect like pin bars. It wouldn't affect engulfing because engulfing goes one way. But like pin bars, where you're trying to figure out if it's bullish or bearish.
Like with hammers.
Yeah, hammers as well. Whether it's the high is lower or higher.
Yeah, that's the only issue with that one. It's absolutely the only issue with that one.
I mean, if you're trading inside bars too, it probably, it might be a little bit confusing.
All right, let's do 1 minute. I do have a different race today, different type of race.
You said it's a dog race.
No, I'm not gonna do a dog race. I'm gonna do whatever this is race. It's like I don't even know what that is.
Leprechaun race.
I don't even know what that is, guys.
I hope you don't know any Irish people.
Good luck, babies. Good luck on that. I hope you get an account. I don't even know what I'm doing.
They're all chasing their lucky charms.
Dude,
I was thinking the same thing, but I was just not able to say it though. Oh my god. All right, good luck everyone. Good luck, guys.
Wait, you're telling me that we barely got to 50 likes and there's over 50 people in here running for them charms?
Oh, that's actually no. We had 55 likes. That's why I run the race.
No, it looks like there's more than 55 people in here. How dare all of you? You need to like the stream.
You need to hit the like button. All right, we have a winner, and that's Golden. I don't know if this is your username. Please send me a DM. And good luck, everyone. OBB. What? Definitely Wizard. Alright, if this is your username, please, the way to claim your account.
Frozen on mine. I don't know that.
Golden Emperor.
Oh, it's frozen because if I change like the tab, it's gonna get frozen though. That's why. Yeah, it was the first time I did something different than a dog race. I hope you guys like it. It was very, very fun.
That was great.
If you're offended, we are very sorry.
Yeah. No, they shouldn't. It was fun. No, it was fun. All right. Again, thank you, Josh, and thank you, Colin, for having your time with me in the session today. It's always a pleasure to have you as guests. You guys are the best. Love you all. Love the chat. Everyone on the chat, thank you for being the best. It was a nice week. We had fun. We had a lot of traits. And yeah.
Thank you for having me on. It's good.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So we're here Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 11:30. We're gonna have a quiz live stream on Discord after this stream. So as soon as I close the stream, I will prepare the quiz and we will go over to Discord and I'll stream there for a bit. And that's it. You'll have another chance to win a prize. Thank you everyone for showing up. You guys are the best. Have a beautiful weekend. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself.